Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Ryan Ascension. Today I'm going to talk about fifth dimensional consciousness and more specifically how to align with fifth dimensional consciousness. This is something that for us way showers, so on and so forth, that is not an easy road. It can be difficult. There's a lot of necessary changes that need to occur in your life. So with that said, the first and probably it's up there in importance as well is to reprogram your mind. Now that might sound difficult to do, and really with an emphasis on your subconscious reprogramming. The best way to do it is to unplug. Don't watch television, unplug your TV, no video games for a while. Be mindful of your phone usage and how much time you spend on your phone and how much time you're on your computer, so on and so forth. Best way to do it is through positive I am affirmations. So what you're doing with I am affirmations is you're literally tricking your subconscious into believing whatever story it is that you tell yourself. And this doesn't happen overnight. It needs to be done on a consistent basis. So whatever it is that you want to be, whatever it is that you're seeking in life, you can use the following. I am a fifth dimensional being. Okay, you can do that for days, weeks, months, every day, multiple times a day. I am abundant. I am freedom. I am happiness. I am health. Those types of positive I am affirmations. I am a millionaire also helps if you want to align with that level of abundance, so on and so forth. So that's number one is reprogramming your mind, okay? And it's okay to get on a computer and check out fifth dimensional consciousness videos or spirituality videos, as long as whatever you're doing to align with fifth dimensional consciousness is in line, whatever you're taking in, I should say, is in line with what it is you're trying to accomplish, okay? Second is exercise regularly, okay? You don't need to go overboard and do 7 days a week. That's great, but your body does need some rest, especially with the energies that are coming in. Do whatever exercise that you enjoy doing. If you're doing exercises that you despise, that you hate doing, you're not in alignment with what it is you're trying to get out of the exercise. So you're going against the flow, you're going against the grain, and you're going to make yourself miserable. So whether it's walking, running, swimming, hiking, resistance exercises, boating, whatever it might be, focus on those aspects that you enjoy about the exercise you're doing, and gain momentum. Work on the ones that you enjoy doing, and get creative with it. Okay, that's number two. Number three is, and this is extremely important, is an organic plant-based diet. Organic food, organic vegetables, organic fruits, organic grains, organic nuts, so on and so forth, are very, very high vibrational foods, okay? The old saying, you are what you eat, is true. In order to integrate these energies that are coming in, you really, really need to get on that plant-based diet program, so to speak, okay? Our bodies create new cells every 31 days. So based on the food you're putting in your body, how you're taking care of yourself, so on and so forth. So knowing that, try it out for a few weeks. Try it out for a month. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna have a higher energy. You're gonna know that what you're doing and feel what you're doing with your body and for your body is the right thing to do. And that's how another way to get in alignment with fifth dimensional consciousness. Number four is music. Music is extremely important. I would advise you to shut off the radio, to, again, don't pay any attention to the television, or as little attention as you possibly can. Some of that stuff is frequencies that, that keep you in, or help to keep you in a lower vibrational state. Some of it's even by design. With that said, there are specific musical frequencies that are in alignment with fifth dimensional consciousness. One of those is 432 megahertz, okay, which is a meditative type of music. You can find it on YouTube for free. You can find it other places. Just find a way to listen to that kind of stuff, and you'll start to notice that you feel better. And it comes from the direction of everything that you're putting, all the energy and all the effort that you're putting into this. You're going to feel better, and sometimes it's instant. It's within a day, half a day, 2 days, a week, so on and so forth. So the more you're doing to change your body, change your mindset, and expand your spirituality, the more you're going to get back. Okay, so it's that's taking action. Okay, in regards to what it is that you want out of this lifetime. And if it's fifth dimensional consciousness, it absolutely, if you want to be in alignment with it, you absolutely have to take action. Okay, so briefly, understand this. We are all programmed from the time that we are born, okay, by what your teachers tell you, by what your parents tell you, by what you hear from your friends, so on and so forth. So what you see on TV, some people spend 8-10 hours a day watching television. It's really, really terrible for you, emotionally and otherwise. You got to understand that with the programming, you're either getting programmed or you're doing the programming. So that's why I advise on all levels that you eat well, what you're taking in visually is in line with where it is you want to go. What you're hearing is in line with where you want to go, so on and so forth. The other is cleansing. Okay, so what I mean by that specifically is cleaning up old traumas and old wounds. Trauma is stored in the body on a cellular level, okay? So understanding that, you might be asking, well, how do I get rid of that? I mean, you can do therapy, that's fine. I will tell you, though, that you can do it yourself. It is possible. I've done it through meditation, okay? And while you're in meditation, you want to try and enter a state of no mind. Of no mind. It is not easy initially to obtain that state, but when you're in that state, it's a flow state. You don't have any thoughts at all, and that is where you are more prone to have cleansing from higher beings and higher energies, angelic realms, so on and so forth, coming in and wiping out that old trauma. Okay, so that is extremely important, is getting rid of that. Excuse me. We can't take the old wounds and the old traumas with us into the fifth dimension. All right, you might be able to get there with old wounds and old traumas, but you might only hold it for a day or a couple of days, or hold that fifth dimensional frequency for a week, maybe. Okay, so the sooner you work on this stuff, the faster you're going to get into to 5D. The other is get out of your comfort zone. And we are creatures of habit. We're used to doing the same things over and over and over. And you might find it interesting that those same things that we're doing, if you really think about it, are what is most comfortable to us. Okay, so a good example of this is if you have trouble with public speaking, most people do. They have a fear of it. Just start talking to people. You don't need to stand up on a stage. Just start talking to random people you wouldn't normally talk to. That's one way to do it. Get involved in groups and with people that are in alignment with whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Specifically, you want to get on forums and blogs and what have you, people that are discussing spirituality and accelerated consciousness, so on and so forth. So really get out there and realize that fifth dimensional consciousness is, if you enter fifth dimensional consciousness, you are well on your way to Godhead, or what's referred to as personal sovereignty. Okay, in order to obtain that, you can't have any fear. So by getting outside of your comfort zone, it's allowing you to get used to feeling, it's allowing you to get rid of those old feelings of fear. Okay, so you might have your own personal fears. Best way to do that is to confront those fears head on, over and over again, whatever it takes, until you're comfortable operating in those conditions and in those circumstances. That's another huge key. Number 8 is evaluate your work environment and your personal relationships. Okay, there's an old saying, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Also, if you want to get and stay in fifth dimensional consciousness, it's a happiness place. Okay, it's a place of love. It's a place of connectedness. It's pure bliss. You're not going to find it very easy to resonate in the fifth dimension if you're going into a job every day and you absolutely despise it, or you have a crappy boss, or whatever it is. Whatever is creating a negative state within you, you need to get rid of whatever that is, including toxic people in your life. So if you're in a relationship, or even some friendships with some people that are just, I call them energy vampires, they just drain you. All they want to talk about is just negative topics, negative subjects. They're not in your life to help you move forward, to help you become the greatest version that you possibly can and what you are intended to be. You need to cut those people off. I mean, the universe will do it for you if you ask. It just kind of happens. But you won't really, when you're in 5D, and even higher aspects of 4D, you won't really bump into many people that are like that. You tend to bump into happier, more easygoing, more loving people. It's just the way it is. It's very, very awesome. So evaluate your work environment. If it turns out that you're negative, 50% or 60% of the time, find another job, find another career, find something else to do that's going to make you happy and make you feel good. Okay, 5D is all about feeling good, and get out of that relationship you've been in for however long it may be that's just bringing you down. It's someone that's extremely controlling. Okay, understand that love is completely unconditional. Oftentimes we say we love someone, yet on the same token we say, well, if you go out with your friends on Friday, or you go and do this and don't spend time with me, then I don't want anything to do with you, or I'm going to give you crap for 2 weeks. You want to be around more spiritually developed people. Your life is more simple. Things come to you easier. Good things happen to you with a lot more frequency. The things that you want, whether they're materialistic or otherwise, will show up in your life a lot faster. Okay. With that said, there's one more, and it's also extremely important, and it's sometimes overlooked, and it's simple, and it's getting out in nature, spending as much time as you possibly can in nature. Make it a priority to get out in nature. Why? I mean, it sounds so simple. When you're in nature, human beings aren't meant to be going from building to building and in apartments and homes on a consistent basis. We are totally connected with nature. If someone were ever disagree with that statement, you can say the following: stop breathing for 2 minutes and see how that works out. Okay, it's truth. We are completely integrated and reliant on nature. We're actually reliant on about 1 million different species that work in synchronicity to keep us as human beings alive on Earth. So another thing is, in nature, I believe science can prove this now. something that I read about that. It's very interesting. Your energetic field in your body when you're in nature aligns. So if you have energetic displacement, meaning you've got more energy in some area, in some chakras, more so than the others, you want to obviously find a balance. And just by being in nature, take your shoes off, get in the water, walk around in the woods, just go out on the grass, listen to the birds. All those things will bring you back to source. They'll bring you to back to a place of where you're grounded energetically, which just accelerates the process of getting into fifth dimensional consciousness. And it's very, very exciting. One other thing, and I talked about this in a video, okay, because I want to make sure that what's being talked about out there regarding dimensional or fifth dimensional consciousness, so on and so forth, and the different being multidimensional beings and the different multidimensionality of human beings. I want to make sure that there's 100% truth to this, because just like anything else, even in this field of study, even in the spirituality field of study, there can be deception. There can be people that haven't experienced certain things that are talking about them, really don't have any idea of what they're talking about, okay? So it's extremely important to use discernment, and typically the best way to do that is to have lived experience in regards to whatever it is that you are talking about. Okay, so I got to get rolling, but I hope that helps you out today. Have an awesome day, and I'll be back on at some point. Take care.